BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top traders. If you sign up with the link in the description, you get a free $100 when you deposit $100. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these charts. We'll look at Bitcoin, which is actually looking quite good at the moment. So I'm back on my computer, my normal one, back at home. Couldn't make a video yesterday, it's just too much going on for me. And now I'm back at home with a real computer again, which definitely helps. Right, so what we're looking at first of all is a 4-hourly time frame for Bitcoin, which does have a pump signal in play at the moment. So the pump signal has been generated on the Ichimoku cloud. So we've basically rallied from the bottom of this descending trend line, the channel basically. And since then, from the bottom to the top, it was an 8% move. Quite a decent one really over a 48-hour period. So rinse and repeat, bang, 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 from the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top, many times. And so look, my expectation is that, well, I say it's not really an expectation, but given the fact that we've got a 4-hourly pump signal, so I think it's quite likely that we do reach the top again, and maybe we break out this time, because remember, these formations are nothing more than consolidations, and they are very neat, and they will most likely break out rather than down. So you most likely get a break out of this formation, running up to a new local high, and on and on and on and so on and so on. And then they all start with these 4-hourlies. You know, 4-hourly is a decent place to look for a larger move, something over 5% really, something anywhere between 5 to 40, not 45 to about 25%, could be generated on a signal like this. So if you couple that with Bollinger Band strategy, you know, this is the first time we've hit that Bollinger Band on the 4-hourly since that 8% run up from the bottom to the top. And look, it's also worth recognizing that the 200 simple and exponential is where we've got rejection. So just another standard retest of a death cross that took place all the way back over here. So look, I mean, consolidations continue to consolidate until they break. There's two major criteria for continuation of a breakout for me on this one, on the 4-hourly, and it's something that you could even think about maybe even trying to take a position on another retest of either the 20 moving average on the 4-hourly, which currently sits around 26,344, a 21 exponential possibly, which is just around 26,300, or maybe the humble 50 exponential, which is around 26,174. That's on the 4-hourly, so obviously these will change with every 4-hourly, so the supports will be higher and higher and higher. Breakdowns from 26,166, or basically your 50 exponential moving average, will probably have a deeper pullback, maybe back down to the mid 25,000s. And all of that, all of these areas are still okay to try positions at, because a pump signal is generated on the 4-hourly here, and it doesn't mean that we pump as soon as we get it. We pump from wherever we fall down to. And again, it's not a 100% win ratio when you see these setups. You know, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but it is in there at the moment. So opportunities for further upsides, well, they are presented to us as we speak. Now the MACD, the RSI, and the money flow index are all consolidating also with the price action. They're not massively bearish, they're just in line with what we see on price action. So look, there is a good chance that we do find support at any one of these moving averages on the 4-hourly, lowest one being 26,165, then get a move up to at least the top of this range, maybe even a peek into the 27,200 area where we might get rejected. Closures outside though, closures outside of this channel, on a daily I would say, pretty bullish, and would be looking for continuation, incremental retests and reclaiming of these areas. Next major target 28,125.27, then 29,500 is a big one, and then really basically going on to that 32,000. So we are consolidating, we are looking okay. The 10 exponential is also below us here at 26,240. So there's a lot going on below us in the like literally just below us on the 4-hourly and on the daily. And actually, when you look at the momentum brewing here on the daily here, the volume is still basically tiny in comparison to what it used to be, only trading at a modest 550 million in the last 24 hours. It's really kind of nothing. But these are, it's not the worst thing you've ever seen, because, you know, moments, or should I say even months now, of low volume, when the volume pours in on something like this, then that's where you get those big moves. Seeing something like Bitcoin doing a 20 to 40% move in a single day, I mean, we've all been there. We've all seen it. And it's not unheard of. It's not the most likely scenario, but it can happen. We've all seen it happen, and that is subject to basically very low volume as well, and all those sell walls just being smashed through by the volume that comes into the market. So there is evidence enough to say that this is going to break sooner rather than later to the up. Now, my preference, obviously, is that we do come back down again to test the lower side of the range, giving me the option to buy more Bitcoin. I haven't really wanted to buy any more Bitcoin in any part of this consolidation, to be honest with you. The major amount that I bought was 21,500, really. That's where I put the bulk of my cash into Bitcoin for the second stage of this run. Don't really want to buy at this level. Altcoins, to me, are attractive at this level, despite not looking like they want to do much for probably quite a while. You might see some ups and downs and sideways, but generally over the long haul, I think it's reasonable to assume that these altcoins are quite low now, low enough to think about scaling into. That doesn't mean you can't see another 10, 20, 30, 40 drop from here, but on a risk to reward basis, what's 40%, 50, 60% drop? Compared to what's potentially a 500 to 1,000% gain. So I've got a bit of noise going on behind me. My 3-year-old's with me today, so just sitting on a tablet because I'm a good dad, and that's what good dads do. I hand them screens in the mornings. So let's have a look at the weekly as well, so we get all time frames, because it is Monday morning when I have a look at the weekly close now, and the weekly close is reasonable, to be fair. We closed above the 21 exponential and the 50 exponential, and we're still battling with the 20 simple moving average, and the 200 simple moving average. So look, yeah, we've reclaimed some. We're yet to reclaim others, all of which is still stuck more or less within this middle portion of the channel. Yeah, I would say that this is good to be above those. Be better to be above these, and obviously it'd be great to be outside of the channel, because you can see on all time frames, once you're outside of this channel, it's basically a straight up move to, I would say, 32,000 and probably higher. Momentum on this is still consolidating, just as you'd expect to see. It's just consolidating. It's mimicking price action. There's no bullish, there's no bearish divergence. It just is what it is. You could think about this as maybe brewing a breakout of the RSI. I still think it's a little early to see that happen, this week, maybe next week. And the reason I think that is that there's a reshuffling, and if you watch my videos, you have heard me talk about the potential rotation from stocks into commodities. I think that the stocks have still got a little further to go before we get that rotation. We'll move it to the S&P without futures. I think there's a good chance that we hit this target up here, 4,500 for the S&P before the consolidation starts. We don't have any bearish divergence. We're not overextended, not particularly overextended on the money flow index over here either, and the dollar is still down. And while the dollar being down is good, I still think they've got a little further to go, and we'll probably just have another bottomy bounce around here, which would then kick stocks in the face. Then there'll be a reshuffle, because I think that will basically cause the S&P to have a real pullback, not a crash, not a dump. I know everybody seems to be waiting for that. They've been waiting for it for all year, basically. Not looking for that. Looking for a consolidation. That's all, and a rotation, basically. So taking profit on the S&P into cash as cash bounces, cash being Dixie, and then after that bounce is finished, move into gold, precious metals, and possibly Bitcoin to basically extend this portion of the run. We had a very good run on gold, same as Bitcoin, really. The charts are. They're almost identical. Of course, they've got their own little quirks, but they're basically worked in exactly the same way. The correlation's high. We are consolidating. We are accumulating. We are going to likely break out on gold. But I think the rotation is what's going to do that. So first we see a movement into cash as cash bounces, being the Dixie, bouncing from these lower areas, marking a local high on the S&P and sparking a consolidation for the S&P. Then a bit of time for the Dixie to do whatever it wants to do, and then the rotation into gold and Bitcoin, which should take us roughly towards the end of this month, beginning of next month, allowing us to maybe see a little further downside, a dip back down to the mid to low 24,000s for Bitcoin. This doesn't mean it has to happen. This is going to be the best setup, and then the one that I'm going to take advantage of if I see it, if it happens. It's my preference. It's not based on Bitcoin alone. It's based on a theory of rotation from stocks to commodities with an intermediate stop off, a pit stop in cash. So give it a few weeks really for that to have happened, and then maybe a month from now, all of this sideways and down for Bitcoin and sideways and down for gold will be a thing of the past, and they'll be the new things. They're all rallying, and then I'll be getting the DMs again when we see Bitcoin going up and breaking out and up to 32,000. Shall I remortgage my house to put it into Bitcoin? Should I do it right now as it's just reached a new high? Well, I mean, that's for you to say. I'm never going to give you that kind of financial advice, nor am I giving the financial advice anyway. These are the setups that I prefer. I'm letting you know the ones that I see and what I'm hoping to take advantage of if they materialize. I'm not here to tell you to sell your house and put it into Bitcoin as it approaches a new local high for the year. That's not me. That's not my bag. Anyway, I will leave it with you there. It is Monday. It's obviously early days, but after the week close looking quite good and the 4-hourly pump signal looking quite good, and I'm very optimistic that this setup is going to play. And even if it doesn't play, I'm more than optimistic that Bitcoin is going to actually break out rather than another big breakdown to the lower 20,000s. Anything can happen, however. Anything can happen. But at the moment, that is how the charts look. And I do favour further upside in the short term, and certainly on the long term, further upside. It's just that medium term where we might see a new low, that's all. So immediately, maybe a move to the top of the range, then a rejection, then a pullback, then a bounce, then a break, and then up and away. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Obviously, like the video at this stage. The algorithm likes a late like on the channel. I need all the help I can get on this channel. And yeah, have a nice day. Take it easy.